Imagine you wake up in the morning, you swing your legs out of bed, and the moment your feet touch the floor, your knees feel stiff, tight, almost like they've aged overnight. So you take a few steps, and there it is again, that quiet discomfort. Not sharp pain, not injury, just something not right. Most people blame age. They say, well, I'm getting older. This is normal. But here's the shocking truth. What if I told you your knees are not just aging? They are being quietly damaged every single day by habits you don't even think about. Habits that experts now warn can age your joints up to 10 years faster. And the worst part? Most people doing these things actually believe they're harmless or even healthy. I've seen this happen over and over again with adults over 40. People who thought they were doing everything right, eating well, staying active, trying to take care of their bodies, but their knees kept getting worse. Not because of one big injury, but because of small, everyday habits quietly wearing the joints down over time. And this isn't just opinion. This is based on research and findings from institutions like the Mayo Clinic, Harvard Medical School, and leading orthopedic specialists who study how joints age. Once you understand what's really happening inside your knees, you start to see why some habits speed up damage, while others actually protect and rebuild your joints. And the good news is, most of this damage is not permanent. If you catch it early, you can slow it down, and in some cases, even reverse the stress on your joints. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 silent joint destroyers that could be aging your knees faster than you realize. These are everyday habits, things you might be doing right now, without any pain, without any warning. We're going to break them down one by one. But more importantly, I'll show you what each habit is doing inside your knee, why it becomes more dangerous after 40, and the simple changes that protect your joints without giving up your lifestyle. We're counting down from number 5 to number 1. And number 1 is the one that shocks almost everyone, because it's something millions of people do every single day thinking it's completely harmless. And stay with me till the end. I'll share 2 bonus things you can do daily that protects your knees without exercise. Before we get into the list, you need to understand one simple thing about your knees, because once this clicks, everything else will make sense. Your knee is not just a joint, it's a shock absorber. Every time you walk, stand, climb stairs, your knee is bearing pressure, sometimes up to 3 to 5 times your body weight. Now here's where the problem starts. Inside your knee, there's a smooth layer called cartilage. Think of it like a soft cushion, or a protective padding between your bones. When you're younger, that cushion is thick, flexible, and well lubricated. It absorbs pressure easily, but as you get older, 3 things start to happen. First, the cartilage slowly wears down. Second, the fluid that keeps your joints moving smoothly starts to decrease. Third, inflammation becomes easier to trigger and harder to calm down. So now, something that used to feel effortless, like walking, sitting, or even standing up, starts to create tiny amounts of stress inside the joint. Not enough to cause pain immediately, but enough to cause damage over time. And here's the key most people miss. It's not the big movements that destroy your knees. It's the small habits, repeated every single day. Little things done the wrong way, at the wrong time, that slowly grind down that protective cushion, like sandpaper, over and over again. And that's why many people wake up one day and think, how did my knees get this bad? But the truth is, it didn't happen overnight. It happened quietly, daily, over years. And the 5 habits I'm about to show you are some of the biggest hidden causes of that damage. Number 5, sitting for long hours without movement. This one seems harmless, after all. Sitting feels like rest, right? But for your knees, long periods of sitting can quietly do more damage than you think. Here's why. When you sit for too long, especially with your knees bent, your joint stays in one fixed position. Blood flow slows down, joint fluid becomes stagnant, and the muscles around your knee slowly switch off. Think of it like this. Your knee is designed to stay healthy through movement. Movement keeps it lubricated. Movement feeds the cartilage. But when you sit for hours, it's like turning off the system that keeps your joint alive. Over time, this leads to stiffness when you stand up, tightness behind the knee, and that old knee feeling, even if you're not that old. And here's the part most people don't realize. The damage doesn't happen while you're moving. It builds up during the stillness, then shows up when you try to move again. This doesn't mean sitting is bad. It means sitting too long without movement is the problem. To protect your knees, stand up every 30 to 45 minutes. Stretch your legs for just 1 to 2 minutes. Even small movement inside, like straightening your leg, help restart circulation. Sometimes, people try to fix this by doing one long workout later in the day. But your knees don't need one big movement. They need frequent small movements throughout the day. That's what keeps them healthy. Number 4, wearing the wrong shoes. Every day, this is one of the most overlooked causes of knee damage because the problem doesn't start in your knee. It starts at your feet. Every step you take, your feet absorb the impact first. Then that force travels upward, straight into your knees. Now, if your shoes don't support your feet properly, that force becomes uneven, and your knees are forced to compensate. Over time, and this creates extra pressure on one side of the knee, misalignment in how your joint moves, and slow wear and tear on the cartilage. It's like driving a car with misaligned tires. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, the damage builds up. And here's the tricky part. Some shoes feel comfortable, but still damage your knees, especially very flat shoes with no support, worn out sneakers, hard soles that don't absorb shock. After 40, your joints become less forgiving, so the wrong shoe doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it accelerates joint aging. To protect your knees, choose shoes with good cushioning and arch support. Replace worn-out shoes regularly. Avoid wearing completely flat or hard shoes all day. People focus only on knee pain, but ignore the foundation, which is their feet. Fix the foundation, and you reduce stress on the knee. Number 3, ignoring small knee discomfort. This is where many people make a dangerous mistake. They feel a little stiffness, a slight ache, maybe a clicking sound, and they ignore it because it's not serious yet. But here's the truth. Your body rarely goes from normal to severe pain overnight. It gives you early warning signs first. Small discomfort is your knee saying, something is not right. And when you ignore that signal, you continue the same habits causing the problem, which turns a small issue into a bigger one. Over time, that leads to more inflammation inside the joint, faster breakdown of cartilage, and eventually, pain that's harder to reverse. Think of it like a tiny crack in a wall. Ignore it, and it spreads. Fix it early, and it's simple. This doesn't mean you should panic over every sensation, but it does mean you should pay attention. To protect your knees, notice patterns. When does the discomfort happen? Reduce or adjust the activity causing it. Give your knees time to recover instead of pushing through pain. A lot of people push through discomfort thinking it will go away on its own. Sometimes it does, but many times it quietly gets worse. Listening early saves you later. Before we move to number 2, I need to share something that really puts this into perspective. Researchers found that after just 1 hour of sitting still, joint stiffness and pressure inside the knee can increase significantly, even in healthy adults. Let me say that again. Just 1 hour of not moving, and your knees are already under more stress than they should be. And this isn't in people with knee problems. This is in people who feel completely fine. Think about that for a moment. If you sit for long periods every day, at work, watching TV, on your phone, your knees are dealing with this pressure over and over again. This is why small daily habits matter so much more than people think. And now, the next 2 on this list are even more important. My number 2, carrying excess body weight. This is one of the fastest ways to age your knees silently because your knees carry your body all day, every day. And here's something most people don't realize. For every extra 1 kilogram of body weight, your knees feel up to 3 to 4 times that pressure when you walk. So if someone is just 5 kilograms overweight, their knees may be carrying an extra 15 to 20 kilograms of force with every step. Now imagine that. Repeated thousands of times a day. Over time, this leads to faster wear of the cartilage, increased inflammation inside the joint, and higher risk of long-term knee problems. But here's the important part. This is not about perfection, it's about reduction. Even a small amount of weight loss can significantly reduce pressure on your knees. To protect your joints, focus on gradual, sustainable weight loss. Avoid extreme diets that stress your body. Combine light movement with simple nutrition changes. Thinking you need to lose a lot of weight before it helps? You don't. Even small changes can take noticeable pressure off your knees. Number 1, not using your joints. Enough. This is the one that surprises almost everyone, because most people think knee damage comes from using their joints too much. But in many cases, it's the opposite. It comes from not using them enough. Here's why. Your joints are designed to stay healthy through regular movement. Movement keeps the cartilage nourished. It keeps the joint fluid flowing. It keeps the muscles around your knees strong and supportive. But when you avoid movement, especially because of mild discomfort or fear, your joints start to weaken. The muscles shrink. Support decreases and the joint becomes more fragile over time. It's like a door hinge. If you use it regularly, it stays smooth. If you leave it unused, it becomes stiff, rusty, harder to move. And here's the cycle that traps many people. They feel slight discomfort, so they move less. But moving less makes the joint weaker, which leads to more discomfort, and the cycle continues. Over time, this can lead to increased stiffness, reduced mobility, and faster joint aging than normal. This doesn't mean you should push through pain. It means your joints need gentle, consistent movement to stay healthy. To protect your knees, keep moving daily. Even light walking helps. Do simple range of motion exercises. Avoid long periods of complete inactivity. Some mistake people make is waiting until the pain is gone before moving again. But in many cases, the right kind of movement is what helps reduce the pain. My friends, before we move into the final part of this video, take a quick second to hit the like button. It helps this video reach more people who are struggling with knee stiffness, joint pain, or mobility issues, and don't even realize what's causing it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. This channel is all about making health simple, clear, and practical, especially as your body changes after 40. Thank you. Now, the 2 bonus tips I promised. These are simple, but very powerful, and most people completely overlook them. Bonus 1. One of the fastest ways to protect your knees is to reduce inflammation inside the joint, because inflammation is what quietly breaks down cartilage over time. And one of the simplest ways to do that is through your daily food choices. Foods like turmeric, ginger, leafy greens, healthy fats like olive oil help calm inflammation in the body. You don't need a complicated diet. Just adding these regularly can support your joints from the inside. Small changes done consistently make a big difference. And bonus 2, sitting with your legs crossed. It feels comfortable, relaxing even. But when you cross your legs, you create uneven pressure on your knee joints. You also reduce proper blood flow around the area. And most people do this for long periods while watching TV, working, or scrolling on their phone, exactly when movement is already low. Over time, this adds to joint stress without you even noticing. Simply keeping your feet flat on the ground can reduce that pressure immediately. Now, after hearing these 5 silent joint destroyers, it's easy to feel a little surprised, because these are not extreme habits. They are normal, everyday things, and that's exactly why they're so powerful. They don't damage your knees all at once. They do it slowly, quietly, over time. But here's the good news. You don't need to change everything overnight. Here's my challenge to you. Pick just one habit from this video. Maybe it's moving more during the day. Maybe it's changing your shoes. Maybe it's simply paying attention to early discomfort. Start with 1. Do it consistently for the next 2 weeks. Then notice the difference. Less stiffness, better movement, more confidence in your body. And when you do, come back and share your experience. Comment below which habit surprised you the most, and which one are you going to change starting today. I read every comment, and your story might help someone else take that first step. If this helped you, like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it, because understanding your body is the first step to protecting it. See you in the next one.